Iron Jaw. Let's see. Iron Jaw battles the man-eating beast in the King's Arena. Faceless crowd back there. This guy's sort of like a, sword and sorcery guy, John Carter slash, Conan. Conan was huge at the time when it came out for Marvel Comics. And there was a lot of imitators. I mean, sword and sorcery was just big at that time. But you had a lot of sword and sorcery and Conan imitations. DC had a run of sword and sorcery style books that it put out to sort of compete with Conan. We've got Tiger Man, number 3. The most savage superhero of the Atlas Age. This one actually... You've got this dude looks like a tiger. I wonder if it's supposed to be like a martial arts type thing, if they're doing like a takeoff of the white tiger. Don't worry about saving him, Tiger Man. You're next. This guy must just have like a deadly monocle that he zaps people with. This dude's going down. Be there when a feline fury discovers that death is a man called Hypnos. Now, you can see that Larry Lieber had his brother's talent for hyperbole. They're definitely copying the Marvel style here, which was always to have these cool things like, death is a man called Hypnos. Really putting that stuff in there. Demon Hunter, fantastic origin issue. I think this is Rick Buckler. Yep. This is Rick Buckler. He was a cool artist from the Bronze Age. He did Deathstroke, which was pretty, not Deathstroke, I'm sorry, Deathlock, which is a favorite title of mine. He wrote a lot of the Marvel books. This appears to be like it's trying to be almost like a Son of Satan kind of story with this guy hunting demons. Yet he is one man fighting alone against all the demons in hell and on earth. Demon Hunter. That's awesome. I mean, they started out with a lot of great artwork, and I think as what happens with a lot of these companies is either these guys get busy working for Marvel or working for other companies, and some of the later issues, the work is not as good. That's a cool one. Grim Ghost. This is one I bought, not this particular issue, but I remember this is one I found when I was a kid that I thought was awesome, because it reminded me of a Disney show that I had seen called The Scarecrow, with Patrick McGoohan as this colonial era sort of shadow type avenger, where he would put on this scarecrow's mask and ride around the countryside avenging wrongs. This kind of seems the same, but I think this is actually more like maybe it's trying to be like the Spectre or something like that. It's a ghost that comes from hell, or even it's sort of a ripoff, I think, of the Ghost Rider. They just did it. He escapes from hell. The devil's after him, and look at these souls in hell burning. That's pretty terrifying, even now for a comic. Ernie Colin. He's one of the greats too, man. Love his artwork. Take a look at the interior on this. Nice and tight and glossy. Michael Fleischer. Michael Fleischer was a great writer. He wrote a lot of Jonah Hex. I think he did like almost, I think he did the Spectre as well. And I really like reading his stuff. Jeez. Satanism was huge in the 70s as well. There was for some reason, like books about Satan, comics about Satan. There was a lot of satanic style superheroes. Son of Satan, Ghost Rider, Devil Slayer, the Grim Ghost. There was so much stuff like that. Satana, things like that. That was pretty cool. Probably because The Exorcist was popular on The Omen at the same time too. Grim Ghost number 2. Son of Satan fights to save 500 lives in journey of death. Now this one, you look like you've got cops and like a super spy with dynamite, a ship. You've got these punks taking this girl hostage, and then you've got Buddha for some reason. And that, hey, that's just 1975 in a nutshell right there. Awesome. Second one, same one. Grim Ghost, alone against Brimstone, the demon who conquered Satan himself. And if the devil couldn't survive my attack, mortal, what chance have you? And apparently, these are just like, he must be in hell. These are all the souls in hell. Some kid must have caused trouble. Chinese guy, a Viking. Russ Heath. Hey. Pretty cool. Cowboy. It's a pretty cool background. There it is again. Let's open up the interiors. Yeah, some Ernie Cohen it looks like, but then see, the artwork seems a little rushed here. Like either the inking job wasn't that great or the penciling job was pretty quick. Like they're trying to get through it fast. Well, it's not that bad, I guess. It's got some cool. And Ernie Cohen couldn't do much. Ah, and here is a typical Stan Lee style. Your imagination runs away with you, milady. Have you forgotten I died over 200 years ago? How can a ghost fall in love? How indeed! Must be terrible to want some one thing so very much. I don't know what that was. I apologize for it.
Holy cow!
Morlock 2020. Or 2020. Morlock, yeah. 2020 is right. Morlock 2001. The world's strangest superhero. So this is trying to take off on H.G. Wells and Kubrick to just sort of, you know, Al Milgrom. It's obviously, Marvel did this series called War of the Worlds, and I think it's trying to take off on that to a certain degree. Well, that's a cool cover. And then you've got Morlock 2001 again. Trapped in a savage world of the future, Morlock must be destroyed. The plant man's gone mad. Stop him before we're all contaminated. So Morlock must be the main character. That is awesome. And it's Al Milgrom art. Look at that opening splash page. So cool. These are just okay. Gee, what are they ripping off here? They've got a title called Morlock 2001, and now, you know, here's some droogs from A Clockwork Orange style guys. Well, that would happen a lot in the comics. You had a lot of younger people writing this stuff, and they liked to reference the movies of the day or TV shows or stuff they'd read. Savage Combat Tales featuring Sergeant Stryker's Death Squad. My squad's getting clobbered upstairs, and if that grenade explodes, I've bought it too. So this is obviously a Sergeant Fury ripoff. Going so far to have, you know, Stan Lee did that too with the Savage Combat Tales. Sergeant Stryker's Death Squad. Archie Goodwin. You never go wrong with a story by Archie Goodwin. He's great. Al Williams, writer. Al Williams, artist. I didn't mean to say writer. He's great too, from the great EC Comics. That one's pretty cool. Another Sergeant Stryker's death squad. We've hit pay dirt. It's the Desert Fox. Americanus destroys him. Mission, kill Rommel. So again, it's just a story of this guy that has, Sergeant Stryker, and he's got a squad full of ne'er-do-wells. You've got the big strong man. I'm sure there's an explosion. Here's your guy that probably knows martial arts. Things like, and they're all from different parts of the country, Duke and Turk. So I'm sure Turk is from the Middle East or Turkey or something. And Shigata. Oh, man. This is, only in the 70s can you get it with a paratrooper called Shigata, a dirty nip sarge. Duke and Turk are helping him explain how he's really a Nisai. But as much as it was, they were also trying to sort of teach people about racism in a way. It's not great that they would put that stuff in there, but at the same time, they'd sort of, I don't know the point I'm trying to make. Blazing Battle Tales featuring Sergeant Hawk. Yvette must be inside. Let's pick up the plans and beat it. Another very cool, again, they're trying to do like a Sergeant Briefing, so they did 2 Battle Tales. These ones are fun to read. The Lomax. They're kind of trying to do like a 89th Precinct or a, Mannix, Dirty Harry style story. With a cop that shoots first and asks questions later. Another issue of Lomax #1. Boom! Story by Jack Younger and pencils by Mike Sikowski. Inks by Al Williams. Then on issue 2, for some reason, they changed the title to Police Action, featuring Lomax, in case they want to. And also Luke Malone, Manhunter. All these guys' names started with L. Lomax, Luke Malone. Come and get it, Lomax. First I waste you, then the chick. Wrong, your kill spree is over, punk. You finished. That's awesome. It's not awesome that this cop is, but look at that artwork. Like, that's dead, eyes open, whistle on the ground. I mean, there's so much in this cover that tells you the story of what's going on. That's so cool, what they did in those 70s books. Now everything's about minimalism. And that's got its place too, and it's not bad. But this stuff was like, as a kid, you'd see this and you could pore over this cover alone for hours, just trying to figure out what was going on, And then look at how dense each page is with dialogue and artwork. In the comics now, they just show you, 3 panels of a guy looking to the left of the page. And then the issue's over. It takes 6 issues to tell a story. They can tell like 7 stories in this one issue. Oh, look at that. Shoots that guy right between the eyes. And here we go again. Now it's Police Action by issue 3 has made it large. Now it's Police Action, like they're featuring Lomax, NYPD, and Luke Malone, Manhunter. So they're trying out the titles to see what's gonna get people to grab it off the shelf. So Lomax didn't grab them on issue 1. Police Action featuring Lomax didn't grab them. So they're like, well, let's just go with Police Action. See if that's what the kids are looking for nowadays. And here we go. It's the mob. They boxed us in, Lieutenant. Stop flapping your jaw. Keep firing. I'll take this out of the bag because it's got some glare in there. Stop flapping your jaw. Keep firing. This time you bought it, Lomax. We're taking you off. And again, like, they're boxed in. They're on this bridge, obviously in Central Park, or wherever. There's a highway over there. The mob has decided that they're going to go after the cops in a car full of thugs one guy's just hanging onto the roof firing. Two guys are hanging out the window. And again, look at this. There's so much here. And then that's the mob down there. And then apparently this dirty hippie, beatnik or whatever he is getting knocked off the bridge. Lomax is like, get out of here. But look at the detail on that. The bottom of his shoes, the look of fear in his face. Like he went with like the mob somehow has this, you know, Charles Manson-esque character fighting with them. And that is it for the stack of Atlas comics that I just recently dug out. I'm sure I've got more somewhere else, and another time I will show you more. Hope you guys like them.